Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. In the southwestern region of the country, the Bank of Industry says, in spite of the nation's challenges, it will continue to work towards enriching the country's economic activities. That was the assurance at the quarterly Customers Forum for the Southwest region held in Oshogbo, Osun State.
In the face of the current economic challenges, many small and medium-scale enterprises in Nigeria are faced with folding or downsizing. Others are looking inward for more proactive ways to sustain their survival. At the Customers Networking Forum in Oshogbo, organized by the Bank of Industries for the Southwest region, participants bare their minds on issues bothering them and possible solutions.
There's nothing wrong with the policy of focusing on agri, but is it realistic for development? No, sir. We have a list there. Also, we can only produce cassava, and is that all that is required here? Look at us. We wear clothes, I wear glasses. There are petrochemical industries. Why are we fixated on agro-ally?
What's the relevance of SON in Nigeria? The Standard Organization of Nigeria. You want to buy an agricultural implement. You go to the market, you see all sorts of things. And if you want to really go to where you get the original, original quotes now, you will be going to somewhere in Germany or America.
The BOI Head Customer Care Division says it is important to encourage Nigerians to look at opportunities in the difficult times and enable them improve on their business strategies.
So improving the best in serving our customers, we need to increase trust and ultimately build loyalty with our customers. The second point I have is, in most cases, very interestingly, excellent customer service matters more than price.
The Quarterly Customers Network is a conscious drive on the part of the BOI to grow and develop the real sector, ideas contributors want for the growth of the economy.
Now, the full automation and computerization of customs processes and procedures going on with reforms put in place at the Tin Can Island Port Command of the Nigeria Customs Service have been yielding results, as the command has collected over 26 billion naira as excise in the month of August alone. The controller of the Tin Can Island Port Command, Mr. Yusuf Bashar, says the figure represents a positive signal going by the indices of the previous month. The controller reiterated that the insistence that due diligence must be followed in all transactions has helped in enhancing the general performance of the service. He stated further that the command, control, communication and intelligence system is a way of further enhancing and perfecting operational processes at the ports. The controller stressed that all these measures were put in place to curb sharp practices and for the purpose of re-engineering the entire operational and data system for the actualization of results. In the meantime, the Federal Operations Unit Zone A of the Nigerian Customs Service has intensified its anti-smuggling operations by intercepting various contraband goods with duty-paid value of over 250 million naira between July and August. The items seized include parboiled rice, frozen poultry products, fairly used vehicles, various general merchandise such as shoes, bags, used tires, used fridges, furniture sets. The controller of the unit, Controller Mohammed Dahiru, says that he pledges the commitment of his unit to thwart any antics that might be deployed by smugglers. He calls on all patriotic Nigerians to help the Nigeria Customs Service in the fight against smuggling by providing necessary intelligence reports that will help the operations for a better return on investment for legitimate traders. And now to the environment and the weather, as a matter of fact. The Niger State government has appealed to the federal government to intervene in the ecological challenges in various communities. A traditional ruler from one of the communities commended the government for the attention given to his people thus far, while the Niger State Emergency Management Agency has assured the affected victims of better welfare.
Homes, schools, farmlands and roads overtaken by flood. This is the aftermath of a 5-day rainfall in Lapal local government area of Niger State. Over 12 communities have been devastated by the water. Most houses have collapsed as a result of the flood, and residents are forced out of their homes.
It was in the night, we were sleeping. The water just come from the upper side here, from the eastern part, yes, from this side. So the water, we since our fathers, we have never observed water in this very village.
We are here on Saturday. We can't see rain. This is school. Just full of water. Where water take come, we don't know. Whether from ground, whether from another place, we don't know. So from there, this primary school and the secondary school, the water just full there all. So see my house there. Water just full my house. We don't know where this water come from.
Elsewhere in Dokungati area of Lapal local government area, the rain lasted for over 6 hours, washing away farmlands and property. Residents are not finding it any easy.
After this rain now, there was a stream here. This stream overflowed and get into our houses, destroyed our houses, destroyed our food items and everything.
The State Emergency Management Agency has done an assessment of the impact of flood and has promised to assist.
Yeah, we are on the spot scene assessment, and we have seen everything, and we've been on it. And I can assure the victims soonest a relief package will come their way. And we are on campaigns that those at the riverine area should move, because if it happened here where there is no river, then you wonder and imagine what happened to people that are around the riverine areas.
In the meantime, the state government has called on the federal government to address various ecological challenges devastating several communities in the state.
And that's it for this edition of News Across Nigeria. We're north, south, east, and west. We tell you what's happening now across the country. Thanks for watching. I'm Olumide Mokoli.